Welcome to Chapter 9, Accepted Sampling. When you have completed this chapter, you should be able to understand the advantage and disadvantage of the sampling plan, the type of the sampling plan, and the selection factor such as criteria for the formation of the load, criteria for the sampling selection, and the decision regarding the rejection load. In the end of the chapter, we will do some engineering application tutorial of the accepted sampling. In the supplement to the chapter 8, 7 quality tools, I have mentioned that the statistical process control. In order to make sure your process is stable, we need to do some inspections. The inspection can be defined as accepted sampling. Accepted sampling still have a place in the today's manufacturing industry in the form of fixed percentage, random check, 100% inspection. In this chapter, we will more concentrate on random check by accepted sampling. What is accepted sampling? Accepted sampling can be defined as the form of the inspection applied to the tools, to the load, or the batch of the item before and after a process to judge the conformance quality with the predetermined standard. That means you need to determine your load quality, your product quality, compare with the standard from the customer. To ensure the quality characteristics such as dimensions, materials, functional, the consumer will sampling the item from the load, test them, observe the number of rejections, whether they want to accept the load or reject the load. Accepted sampling can be occurred in the different process in the manufacturing system. First one, raw material received at the incoming inspections. That means you need to do the inspection at the beginning part when the raw material received from the vendor. Second, in the process, have the work in process part. We also need to do the inspection to make sure that the process can produce the work in progress product which is fulfill the quality from the customer. Next one. After complete the part, we also need to do some inspection. We calling as an outgoing inspection of the finished good before shipping. All the steps we can implement the accepted sampling plan in order to reduce the cost of the inspection. Acceptance sampling is very useful when the large number of the item must be processed in the short amount of the time. When you have the large amount of the item have to inspect in the short amount of time, accepted sampling will be the suitable tool for you. Next, destructive testing is required. That means your testing inspection needs to distract the part. Therefore, you just select few items from the load to do the testing. This is called accepting sampling plan. Next one, due to the 100% inspection cost is very high, so normally we go for the accepted sampling in order to reduce the inspection cost, time, and labor cost. Next, many similar units to be inspected. That means many similar units have to inspect in one time. The labor will be get bought in the inspection process. Therefore, if they have a similar unit, you just need to do some selections from the part or from the load to make sure that to represent the whole load will have a same quality. Next, when your process and producer quality is stable, always can produce a good quality product, then we no need go for the 100% test. We just concerned about the accepted stamping plan. The vendor, that means, still remember the slide before, we need to do the inspection from the raw material inspection from the vendor. The vendor has excellent quality history. That means they always produce a good quality goods. Therefore, we no need to do the 100% checking on that part. We just need to do sampling inspections. Lastly, when the automatic inspection is not available, if you have implement the sensor in your process, that means every part will be sensed by the sensor. You can do 100% check on every part. If your production line don't have the automatic inspection machine, accepted sampling will be the suitable technique for you. What is the advantage for the accepted sampling compared to 100% inspection? First one, economic. Due to inspection certain part of the product, we can save time, save cost. Next, less damage. You must bear in mind that every part need to inspect must be transferred from the process, productions to the inspection place. Therefore, the handling may have some damage on the part. Less inspection part, less damage. Fewer inspector required. No need too many labor or too many workers to do the inspection process. Next one, upgrading the inspection job from piece to piece to load by load. That means we no need from decision from the piece to piece. We straight away do the lot by lot. Applicable for the testing. Finally, rejection on the entire load rather than the return the few defective unit, thereby providing the stronger motivation for the improvement by the vendor. If you inspection 100%, that means you inspect piece by piece. Every time you only return the 1 piece or 2 piece or 10 piece to the vendor. The vendor will feel that only few piece, they don't have any stress on that. If you are using accepted stamping plan, that means you return the lot by lot to the vendor. They will have the motive to do it better, to prevent so many lots returned from the consumer side. Understand? Next, what's the disadvantage for the accepted sampling? First one, which include interchange of the bad lot accepted and the good lot accepted. Why is it? That means producer may give the bad lot to the customer because you are doing accepted sampling plan. You only sampling lot by lot. Maybe you got bad lot in the good lot. So the customer maybe accept the bad lot from the producer side. Another one, the customer check from the lot by lot. They found that have the high defect in the one lot. They will return the whole lot, whole batch to the producer. This one also increase the good lot will be rejected. Not necessarily whole batch is bad lot. That means maybe only 30% is a bad lot, then another 70 have to be rejected. So this is a disadvantage for the accepted sampling. Next one, sampling taken provide lesser information than 100% inspection. If you are doing analysis or analysis the process control, Accepted sampling may not given enough information compared with 100% inspection. Third, required planning and documentation. Accepted sampling plan need a well planning before the inspections process has been done. No ensure that the quality is perfect. Accepted sampling cannot ensure that this batch of the item is 100% is a good lot. So no assurance that the quality is perfect. Okay, we go to, after you understand the advantage and disadvantage of the accepted sampling, then we go for the type of the sampling plan. The type of sampling plan have 4 types. First type, single sampling. Second type, double sampling, multiple subsequences. How to determine which sampling you have to use? Normally, we base on the lot size, sample size, acceptance, and rejection criteria. Based on the factor, these 3 factors. First factor, what is that? Lot size, sample size, and acceptance or rejection criteria. First, we go to sampling plan, single sampling plan. You have to know N is big and capital N is stand for lot size. N is stand for sample size. From the lot, you take some samples, come out that is a sample size. C is acceptance numbers. This number normally provided by the customer or provided by the management side. If the C, that means the accepted number, if the C or less than non-conforming unit are found in the sample, the lot is accepted. That means the C, let's say the C is 5, then you found that in the sample size only have 4 defects. That means the whole lot can be accepted. If the sample you select the defect is more than 5, the whole lot will be rejected. Understand? Then next is R, non-acceptance number for the first sample. That means C is accepted number 5, R is non-accepted number. Maybe it's 6, maybe it's 7. If the customer didn't provide any data to you, please assume that the R is equal C plus 1. That means C is 5, R is C plus 1 is 6 for the rejection numbers or non-accepted numbers. This is single sampling plan. I think this chart will be more understanding. First, the lot N. Big N is lot size. From the big N, you select the N item. Sample, that means sample plan, sampling plan. Then you go to inspections by this item. You found that the defect is less than C. C is what? Accepted sampling, accepted numbers from the customer. The lot will be accepted. If the defect you found in the sample size is bigger than the C, then the lot will be rejected. The lot reject will be rescreen or replace the bad part with the good part. Then go around. Then redo the sampling again. Understand? This is single sampling plan. That means you just select one time. So it's a single sampling plan. How about double sampling plan? Double sampling plan need